right, joining me now for another edition of Coach's Corner is head coach of the NAHL Knights, and that's Tom Kowal. And Coach, here we are at the end of the season. You guys are back from Blaine. You guys go further than any Knights team has gone in the NAHL thus far, and unfortunately come up just a bit short of the ultimate goal, but big experience either way. Let's start there with that experience, and that you guys go out to Blaine, Minnesota. You're there for the Robertson Cup semifinals, and you play two hard-fought games against a good team in the Shreveport Mudbugs who end up winning the whole thing. But again, two hard-fought games, unfortunately 2 losses. What were your takeaways from that?
You know, it's just excitement. I'm very proud. I mean, it's just to give those kids an opportunity to go and experience the final tournament, the top 4 teams, to go there. I mean, yeah, sure, every team starts the season in August or September wanting to be the Robertson Cup champions. But, to sit there and say that, we were one of the top 4 teams, and arguably you can argue that we were top 2 because we lost to the champion. Shreveport Mudbugs, my hat's off to them. Great hockey team. I congratulate the Shreveport Mudbugs organization and Carlos, their coach. Fabulous job. It takes a good team to beat the Knights. So, at the end of the day, just experience alone. We had a handful of 97s that been with our program for a while through the youth program, just to be able to take them on that journey with us, on that that ride of momentum that we had, and for the organization. We get to bring back and hang up an East Division champion. Right. That banner no one can ever take it from us. Mm-hmm. So that alone, and we get to work on journey number 2, and we're not rookies anymore. We know what to expect. We know what it takes as a staff, and for the players coming back, they got that feeling. They don't that they can get rid of that nervous feeling a year from now, hopefully, when we go back for the second time.
Now, being that this team, each year you've been in this league 3 years now in the NAHL, the teams seem to get better each year. Obviously, this team, as I just said, went further than the prior 2. Why do you think, what part of this team worked that well, or worked so well, that allowed you to do that, to kind of, again, surpass the previous year's benchmark and go on again to be one of the final 4 teams left?
Oh, I'd say a lot of it is recruiting. Justin Schreiber and Andrew Whiteside did a fabulous job recruiting me some players that would work into our system, and I like to I like to work with the players and our game plan. You bring in some rough and tough guys. It's not really who I am. We like to be speed. We like to be skilled. So that's first of all. You got to have a good makeup of team of some veteran players, some younger players, but all of them that that can fit and fill that piece of the puzzle. So to complete that puzzle. So at the end of the day, that the experience of we've had a handful of veterans that led us, and at the end of the day too, great goaltending. It's Christian Stover. And David Tomeo did a fabulous job the last 2 months of the season to fight through that rut we had, and David Tomeo started game 1, and then Christian Stover came in game 2, and got hot. And as any team, I don't care if you're in Pee Wee hockey, NHL hockey, or North American League hockey, you get a hot goaltender and ride it, it gives you an opportunity for our players to play with confidence and get the job done.
Now, this team, obviously, one of the goals is to go win a Robertson Cup, and obviously you guys did a great job in pursuit of that. Again, it came up just short, but another goal, of course, is to get players committed to colleges. And this year, among your current roster, I believe it was 12 players and 1 tender and 1 alumni that ended up committing to college, and there's probably 1 or 2 more coming in the next couple of days and weeks. How big of an achievement is that, not only for the players, but also for you and for this organization, knowing that you're able to put forth that many players onto college hockey?
At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's better than winning the Robertson Cup, because I'd like to win the Robertson Cup. But if only one team can win that cup, so if I can't be fortunate enough to win that cup, that's number 2 on the list of priorities for us. That's our makeup of our organization. That's what we do. That's why we bring in some younger guys. We want to get them committed. We want to get them in here in our program, showcase them, develop them, and get them out of our program. You know, I mean, not too many guys you see on our roster for 3 or 4 years in a row. You know, so for us to be able to hang our hat as a staff, as an organization, that we gave kids the opportunity to come here, further their hockey career, but more importantly, get an opportunity to further their education and play hockey is, you know, leaves me speechless. And it's, you know, that's where we're most excited about as a program too. You know, to hang up, put some more names on our Division I, Division III banners that we have hanging in the rink of kids that we came through our program and, you know, are going to get an opportunity to further their hockey career, but more importantly, get an opportunity to go and play hockey and go to school at a place that they, you know, have chosen, committed to, and the program has came here, liked them, and liked what they saw, and has committed back to them.
No, yesterday you had exit interviews, obviously sit down with each and every player and talk to them about their work this year, but, you know, in that time that you reflect on the team and each player, was there one thing that really stood out that consistently impressed you about each guy, or rather the group working together as a whole? Was there one thing that really, what was that one thing, I guess is the best way to phrase it, what that impressed you the most about this group this year?
No, I mean, just those meetings, you know, they're always positive. I mean, they're good. I mean, but this year was different. You know, I mean, this year there was that extra excitement, that extra joy, and just, you know, when you get to sit down and go, you know what, God, we accomplished so much this year.
Right.
Like you said earlier, Tim, that this is the best, you know, North American League team we've had. Arguably one of the best junior teams we've had in this organization since I've been here for 8 years. But the biggest thing I took out of those meetings is we left them hungry. You know, these boys, even the guys that have an opportunity to come back, they got so close to being the champion that, you know, it's a lot easier to say, hey, make sure you stay in shape. Make sure you do your off-season program. You know, they're going, yeah, I will, you know, because they know, you know, 3 extra workouts may have got us to the Robertson Cup championship. And the kids moving on, we were able to give, they're leaving our program with a taste of success, but more importantly, with just a little bit left of that hungry feeling that when they move on to their college program, they can go in there going, you know what, I've been to a championship round, I've been to a Final Four, and next time I get there, I'm not going to be second place. And, you know, to make them just feel that feeling of wanting just that little bit more, you know, I truly believe, I don't care if they're coming back to me, going into the USHL, or more importantly, going into their college, they're going to go there with a taste of victory, success, but that hunger to finish the job next time they get that opportunity.
Right, and then lastly here, you touched on it right before, but there are 597s on this roster. You said it, they've had a lot of experience here, some of them even prior to junior. You know, and yesterday you have one of them in Curtis Carlson commit to Nichols, or a couple days ago commit to Nichols. What has that group meant to you? You know, just having, you know, a couple first-round picks in there and a couple guys again that have been here a long, long time. What as they move on, what is I don't want to see your best memories of them, but what has that group meant to you?
I mean, ideally they've kept me a job. I mean, you know, I mean, it's, you know, not only playing good enough and develop enough to get to college, but more importantly, win some hockey games for the Wilkes-Barre Knights the last couple of years. I mean, Michael Morrissey, he's been here longer than I have. I mean, I think the kid started off here when he was a squirt, learned to skate or something. I mean, you know, that was a tough goodbye. I mean, it's, you know, I feel like we should almost retire his jersey in the rafters. But, you know, you got Matt Kidney that 2 years in a row has been within first or second of leading scorer on my team. You know, I mean, and you know, you got these guys that, you know, even like a Jack Olmstead that's a 98 that's going on to Michigan. I mean, it's these guys that came in, you know, and they believed in what we're coaching as a staff. They believed in our program. They believe what, you know, Coach Whiteside and our you know, assistant GM Justin Schreiber spoke to them about coming to our program. And so just to be able to give them what we told them we would do for them is just a great feeling. But those guys, I mean, you know, obviously be able to put a Robertson Cup patch on our jersey. You know, I'm gonna be hanging one of those jerseys in my office. I mean, those guys led this team, you know, for the last couple of years, pretty much to a place that, you know, we've never been before, and it'll give us a reminder in our staff office of the success we have this past season, but more importantly, they leave us with that hunger to get back there, you know, and know that you know, we had a Robertson Cup jersey or patch on our jersey, but you know, I mean, I don't skate, I don't block shots, I don't shoot the puck, you know, I don't make saves, you know, so as much as I'd like to take credit and, you know, as a staff, but more importantly, those 97s led the charge to get it done. I mean, even Mike Gillette, a guy that got hurt a month ago, committed himself to come down and hang out with the guys at Robertson Cup and be there and be a leader and be motivating whatever they needed. If they needed their stick tape, Mike Gillette was there. So, you know, it's a great feeling to know that, you know, those guys believed in us. But, you know, having Curtis commit like that, I think we have one more 97 that's probably within a few days gonna, you know, we're gonna be able to announce where he's going. But, you know, it was no secret that our 97s were our captains or assistant captains, and that group is a special group that right now is a group that probably will be never forgotten in this program.
14 college commitments, 7 top prospects, 6 USHL draft picks, and 1 East Division championship in the postseason. Puts a pretty nice bow on this 2017-18 campaign, Coach.
Let me tell you, Tim, hey, you know, at least that's what I keep telling my dad back home in Alaska. You know, I mean, you know, my dad back home, you know, he's like, oh, you guys lost, but Dad, I did this. But no, you know, hey, you can't have that success without a great, wonderful staff. Obviously, a great ownership group that gives us that opportunity, and you know, lets us spend the money to give these guys the best experience they can and the most enjoyable junior season they have. You know, and it's great to, you know, walk in the rink. We walk in the rink and you see a congratulate, you see balloons, you see signs from our youth program, you know, the little knights. I mean, it just, you know, as the season went on, we got more fans, and it's great to have that hunger, that excitement, you know, around this rink, and be able to have our top junior team in the organization motivate not only our other junior team, but more importantly our youth kids, to give them something to hang their hat on and go, you know, and clutch on to, go, you know what, I want to be like him. So I personally want to thank everybody, I mean, from our Little Knights parents and kids to our ownership, my dad for keeping me honest, not letting me celebrate, you know, my family back home. But it's just great to get emails, get messages on social media of people all over America and the country congratulating us, and you know, but more importantly, it's so great to be able to give these kids an opportunity to develop and move on, like you said, with all these college commitments. That's what we're here for, you know. And you know, I can't go to college anymore, and I don't want to go to college anymore. So I just, it's great having the love and support from everybody around, and you know, want to thank everybody.
And we thank you, Coach, for stopping by each week, giving us your thoughts throughout the season, and all the hard work you and your staff do. So we truly do appreciate. It makes my job a lot easier when you guys are willing to come and talk, and we truly do appreciate it. But that does do it for our Coaches Corners for the 2017-18 season. That doesn't mean the work stops. We already have a pre-draft camp coming in tomorrow, so we'll have some media content on the Knights social media and website. But we want to thank all of our audience for tuning in with us all season, and we look forward to doing it again next year.